Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video. Now welcome back to Unranked to Diamond, the series that I take a fresh account, Smurf account, never played ranked before, and show you the adventure back to Diamond. So welcome to episode 10. Episode 10 is a pretty important episode, as the end of this game, we will get our first rating. We will finish placement games, and we will finish our first rating. Now one thing to say, because it's episode 10, it's a fairly important episode. Quite a lot of people usually watch episode 10 to find out the rating. I've actually done something I never actually do. I've made a little bit of a script. Not a script as in saying what I need to say, just points that I want to bring up throughout the episode. Because again, it's an important episode and I just want to kind of clear some things up. So yeah, hopefully I will be able to get through those and not be too distracted with the game. I will say though, so far, thank you for all the support from Unranked to Diamond. It's great. I realise, you know, with doing an Unranked to Diamond series, sometimes it comes haters, and I know my attitude hasn't been amazing, and I will address that in the first, like, 9-10 episodes. So, yeah, no, just thank you for the encouragement, and thank you for the support. It is awesome. Doing this alongside my final university project is a bit stressful, but it's all good. I am looking forward to finish university in 2 months, and then I can just put all my attention into YouTube, and hopefully we will succeed quite a bit. But the recent few days of subscriber growth has been insane. We've got over 300 subscribers the last like 3 days each day. It's been awesome. Anyway, bans going out. Nautilus and Zed, Musty, Trundle and Malphite. Right, so I'm going to ban potentially Fiora. Fiora is really strong right now. I could ban... No, Zed's banned. Yeah, we're just going to ban Fiora. Where is it? Boom and boom. Alright, we're getting rid of Fiora. She's really good most of the time. They did ban also Malphite, which is kind of like a counter to Fiora in a weird way. Anyway, they get Aurelion Sol. Haven't played against one yet. It's always banned, even on my main account in Diamond, always banned. So I have no idea what his counters are. By thought process, etc., his counter would be something that could just instant give him, instant burst him, and with a CC. So I think I'm going to go Ari if he is mid lane, but then there's Katarina. So it could be Aurelion Sol jungle, which in our case, Shaco should be able to wreck him because he's fairly vulnerable in the early stages, I would think. If I'm against the Katarina, then Anivia potentially could come out, because you've got to think when you're playing against something like that, you've got to instantly just get them out of their ultimate. And then Anivia can do it two ways. She can Q them with the stun, or she can put the wall on top of them, and that will move them, nudge them out the way, and stop them ulting as well. But we should get confirmation who's going where any second, because we'll be able to see if they pick a jungler or do they pick a top laner, because then we'll know if Aurelion Sol is jungle or mid. Because it could be like a weird tank Katarina top. Or a Foxdrop jungle Katarina. He did do an episode of Jungle Cat recently, which I was in. I wouldn't recommend it. It's just for a bit of fun. But yeah. Right. Full AD comp, so I definitely need to go in AP, because I was like looking at Yasuo a little bit there. I think I'm going to bring out Yasuo in the next few episodes. Probably top lane, I'd actually think. I enjoy playing him top lane the most. Okay, so this confuses me, because it could be Jarvan top, it could be Jarvan jungle. He's somebody that can do two roles. So I'm going to predict... Now we know. Okay, so it's a Nasus top lane, Aurelion Sol jungle, Katarina mid lane. So I'm against a Cat. Echo again can work against Katarina fairly well. He does have mana, she doesn't, so he can get poked off fairly early. But looking at our comp, the one thing we lack is kind of like delaying them if they do manage to get ahead, and I think that's what Anivia can bring to the table. So we're going to lock in Anivia, and we really need to quickly do these masteries. Right, so we're going to go... Thunderlords, 40 dangerous precision that. We're gonna go Feast just to sustain a lane, and Oppressor because of the slows. Okay, cool. I will say the thing with the new masteries, which is different than the old ones, it's very obvious which ones you should take on a champion if you just read through them. But anyway, let's go into the loading screen where we break down today's game. Okay, welcome to today's game. Now today I'm playing Anivia, one of my favourite mid laners. Haven't played her in the series yet, but my team has a 57.2% chance to win today's game. But let's go through it. So we have an unranked Caitlyn, who has good stats and KD on her 2 games that she's played. An unranked Bard, hasn't played Bard yet. Gold 5 Katarina, a Gold 5 Aurelion Sol, and a Silver 2 Nasus. On my team, we've got a Gold 2 Riven, a Gold 4 Shaco, a Silver 1 Vayne, a Silver 1 Leona, and an unranked Anivia as myself. I can tell you, looking at my screen, the actual monitor now, the Leona has a gold border, the Vayne has a gold border, so they were gold last season, and my Riven has a platinum border. The Shaco hasn't loaded in yet, so I don't know what border he had last season. But yeah, ratings-wise, this game is a little bit uneven. You can kind of tell, gold 2, and they have the highest rating as a gold 4. We'll see how it goes. There could be Smurfs in here. Usually Smurfs are kind of pointed out by their normal wins, and the 3 people that potentially could be Smurfs have quite high normal wins, so I wouldn't say they are, but who knows. But anyway, okay, Shaco just loaded in, he has a gold border. But anyway, let's get this episode 10 out of the way, let's get our rating, and hopefully it goes quite good. Okay, welcome to the game. So I'm playing Bird is the word. I've made that joke several times before. Yeah, Anivia, a champion that I thoroughly enjoy playing. She's a fairly skillful champion, but if you get used to her, you can do really good things. A couple of things interesting to note that I did not mention in the loading screen. Vayne actually took Thunderlord's Decree on a Vayne. That's a fairly odd pick. And Nasus took Warlord's Bloodlust. It's like, this is a bit weird. He's going for the sustain game, I guess. I would predict Shaco's going to go blue straight into red. Going blue into his red. Because the one thing, it's an Aurelion Sol jungle. I think he's going to be incredibly vulnerable in the early stages. I've never played against an Aurelion Sol in a game before. Obviously, I know how the champion works. I just think he's going to be extremely vulnerable. Now, I think the champion's quite strong, but I don't know. First thing to say also is if you hear my stomach rumbling, I do apologise. Haven't had lunch yet, and it is midday. Second thing to note, this is episode 10, and I wanted to address a few things that I didn't want to forget. So this is an episode I've actually made notes for. I don't think you can read them, but I've actually made notes for them, not as a script to read straight off it, but I've just got some points I definitely want to bring up. The first one I want to bring up straight away while the lane phase is going to be beginning is I just want to say that a small apology. I know some people in the comments saying you don't have to apologise for being harsh, etc. I think I do. I think I went into this Unranked to Diamond series way too harsh at the beginning. Not playing Unranked to Diamond for 4 months and then going straight into it. I think I expected a little bit too much from my teammates and got annoyed at them a little bit too easy. So I apologise for that. If that did put some of you a little bit off the series and you're still watching, I apologise, and hopefully going forward in the series I'll be a little bit less calm in terms of my critique on them. I'll still be critical, I'll still point out a mistake, but I'll also realise when it's just because, they may be a little bit less experienced. Anyway, Shaco's going for that invade. It looks to be a good one. Any second. He's going for the smite steal and then going for the kill. Good idea most of the time, but it makes it so he probably won't go for the kill because he just uses Q to get to Aurelion Sol, which, yeah, then he can't keep up with him. He should have actually gone for the Aurelion Sol kill and then smited it under his feet when he just had the smite available. But that's fine. He got no reds. Yeah, it's still a good thing. He just probably could have got the kill at the same time. What Shaco should do now is actually bully him at his blue, or I guess go bot lane to try and get first blood. That's also a good thing. Anyway, Anivia is a really fun champion. The reason I picked Anivia this game specifically is because it does well against Katarina. I can stop her ultimate in 2 ways. The first way is the W, the wall. A lot of people don't know, but if you just simply... I actually was leveling up my ability when I should have pressed Q. But yeah, if you don't know... Let's get the Thunderlords proc. When she's spinning in her ultimate, if you just put the wall on her, it actually moves her a little bit, and that makes her makes her stop ulting. Really easy thing to do. It's easier to hit than your Q, and I'd recommend if you play Anivia versus Katarina, you go to stop her ultimate, don't even try to Q it. It takes too long to get there. Like, look how long that missile range is. Don't do it that way. Do it the other way. Do it the W. It's an instant way to stop it. I really want her... Hey, I was like, I really want her to jump on me. Okay, I'm waiting for the fear. Perfect. Really good gang. Bot lane get another kill. Well played, dude. Alright, game's going quite good so far. Riven, I believe, has already got the flash from Nasus, so that's awesome. But yeah, one thing also to say about Anivia, she is very weak in the early stages, usually. And there's a kill. So yeah, this game's going really well. She is really low health. So you are a little bit vulnerable in the early stages, comparing to other mid laners. Most mid laners are a little bit weak, but like a Katarina doesn't have any resources. She doesn't have mana, so she tends just to poke people out of lane, and that's how she kind of gets an advantage most of the time. That people just have to go back. A lot of people take teleport on Katarina. But a internet comment, and I actually leveled up the wrong thing too. An internet comment the other day actually sparked my. I think it was yesterday. What made me think about this series a little bit differently. In the fact that the way that I'm playing is not of a diamond player, and I'll admit that I haven't been playing amazing recently. But the internet comment that sparked for me was, don't play like you know you're playing against low rated players. Play like you think you're going against diamond players. If you do that, then you'll play a lot better. Because I'm like a chameleon. I'll always adapt to where I'm playing. If I'm playing with Diamond 1 players, I'll play to a Diamond 1 standard. If I don't, then I play a little bit worse. I think everybody's like that a little bit. Ooh, half health. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of treat this as a little bit of a more intense game, but also then be a little bit less critical when people make mistakes. So yeah. What other points did I want to make? Oh yeah, moving on with the series, I did briefly mention that I want to still be critical. This is still an educational series through and through, but I'm going to just try my best to be less harsh. Good kill. Because yeah, I don't want to offend people in any way. I don't think I'm offensive, but I want everybody to have a good time, and I realize that's very hard to actually do, to make everybody have a good time, but... Whoa, keybinds. Shaco should actually just get the kill himself here. Like, this is what I think that's just Aurelion Sol in a nutshell. That's what I think that champion is. If you play a Lee Sin, a Kha'Zix, a Shaco against him, I just don't see how he's going to perform that well. But yeah, one thing also to note, a point I wanted to make, is the whole... When I say low rating, a lot of people get offended by that term. One, I don't know how that's an offensive term. To me, saying low rated is the equivalent of just saying high rated. There's no offense there. It's just a description. And the also thing to say, that the definition of low, medium, and high rating is dependent on who you are as a person. If you're a bronze player, you probably will see gold as high rating. Now, that's fine. If a diamond player like me that's played for years, I see platinum as low rating. It just depends. There's no offense there. There's no insult there. It literally just depends who you are. I just wanted to make that clear as well. Anyway, the game's going well. Today, episode 10 tends to be something that, it's like a get stuff off my chest episode, because I know it's a fairly important one. But the final point I wanted to make, I think it's on this side, is I think, yeah, I need to just have more fun with the series. I went into the series way too serious. I kind of lost the fun, I think. And for that, I apologize. You know, this is a YouTube series for education and entertainment in the end of the day. No, I need blue. He took it. Damn it. So yeah, I'm going to try and have a little bit more fun. And if that means, you know, just being a little bit more loosey-goosey in my playstyle, then that's what I'll do. But also going for the win. Always going for the win. Nice damage. Half health straight away. I'm nearly though, which is the problem. Good kill bot lane. I'm just going to go back, I think. Let's just put that there. Get those two CS and go back. Shaco might go for the Caitlyn. Yeah, this seems to be a win. So I did predict pretty early on in the series, that we're going to go 8 wins, 2 losses. And that seems to be what's going to happen. Let's just do this. And then I don't need another pink ward, do I? Alright, they got her. Katarina, I'm scared that's going to be bot lane. Yeah, she's there. Yeah. Rip. And Aurelion Sol. Douche, you got a kill. Alright, that was a bit meh. Yeah, I think she died because she didn't go in with ultimate. Happens. Shaco is looking either for a very greedy play. Yeah, he's looking for the greedy play. No, there's going to be a cat. Oh. Poor Aurelion Sol. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, wait, what? I clicked... Oh, okay, then. I could have killed that bard if I was paying attention. He might actually be dead anyway. Oh, exhaust! That was a mistake by bard. Alright, Karina's got actually like an item. Like a pretty bigger one. She's... Oh, no. Yeah, I think the Shaco's just being a little bit too cocky, just walking in there with zero vision. Okay. Just got to be a little bit, I don't know, less crazy, because now a double buff on Caitlyn. I don't think it will help the Caitlyn amazingly well, because like she's already like quite low in CS number. Good kill for Riven, killed Aurelion Sol. This guy is getting shut down a lot. And another point I want to make, it's the point that, in a weird way, follow some advice that I may give in these videos, but don't exactly follow what I do. You know, I'll just randomly play a champion that I haven't played in ages, and it same goes with this like Aurelion Sol. Don't do that. Play champions that you know. Like, if I were to do, like, I say this is a realistic climb, but it's not really. If it was a realistic climb, I'd only play like 6 champions. I'd play Lee Sin, Anivia, Victor. I'd play that number of champions, and I don't. I play I play crazy amounts of champions, which is not realistic. Good double kill by Vayne. Which, yeah, it's not realistic. You know, if I did do it realistic, this series would be a lot more boring, and that's why I don't do it in the way that is a realistic climb. I do a normal climb that you use multiple champions. I use a lot of champions because I didn't want it to be boring. Anyway, let's continue going for the kill on Katarina. I should probably just look for more pressure, honestly. I haven't really... Am I going to go for the kill? Yeah, why not? No, I'm not. That was a really bad flash. I tried to get over that wall, but whatever. I really need a blue. I really hope he gives me the next blue. I'm going to ask, can I have next blue? Damn, that could have been a kill. I needed to get the ignite on. Alright, so we got a lot of pressure now in mid lane. We can kill the Katarina pretty much anytime we want. I'm now over 10 CS above. She does obviously have 1 kill, 1 assist from the roam that she did. But I think we're in a pretty good position. You know, I'm going to get the rower soon-ish. Some people may also ask, why no Tyr? Tyr is an item that's situational. I'd say only build Tyr on the likes of Anivia and Karthus, those type of champions, when you're against a full AD, like an AD comp. Because the shield is more useful and you scale better into late game against an AD comp with Tyro. Where I think in this type of team comp, you want to just be a lot more like damage now, and I think Roa does that. So Katarina did walk into that bush, but she is not taking out the pink ward. But yeah, things are going okay. Top lane need to be really careful because Katarina potentially is going for a roam. She is. And we should look for the... I will say if you hear any background noise, I do apologise. But anyway, let's continue. Let's put a pink ward in this bush. I did have it in there, but I think it's more important to move it over there. But yeah, I really apologise if you hear background sound. My dad and sister have decided to talk when they know I'm recording, but oh well. Anyway, Leona has joined me mid lane to push down the mid lane turret. Katarina is here. Again, I'm which sucks. I'm going to head over to the blue buff just to kind of make it known that I really want it. Okay, I'm getting actually pretty annoyed right now. But yeah. Oh well. I'm really sorry about this. Gonna take the blue buff anyway. CS wise, we're doing pretty well. Apart from top lane, we're doing well around the map in as a whole. What I don't need right now is Shaco to walk over here and smite this. Some Shaco players will do that. I still don't trust him. Maybe he just wants XP. Oh my god, I got blue buff. Yay! If that was Shrek clone, he would have taken that. But yeah, cool. Alright, we get it. CS-wise, Aurelion Sol actually is doing okay in farm, if that is his updated farm number. It's probably even higher by now. Oh wait, we're gonna go... So Katarina tried to steal Dragon as a Katarina. That's questionable. Okay. I'm going back. I've gone back quite a lot this game, but I am an Anivia. That's kind of what you do. Because you're not very strong in the early game at all. They're looking for more kills in bot lane. Oh, that E was really close. Unlucky for the Leona. They are playing really well. Give props to them where it's due. I will say her build is a bit weird, rushing the rapid fire cannon. Usually Bork is obviously the standard Vayne rush item. It gives her W increasing health percentage damage, or all of her auto attacks increase health percentage damage. And gives her kite potential even more so, and the lifesteal is really useful because her range is really low. Anyway, going to continue going top lane. Nasus and Riven both have used ultimate. It's pretty much an all-in fight. Also interesting to note, Riven is only now level 10. She actually was behind. Yeah. I'm just going to use the wall like that just to kind of put pressure on her. Shaco might loop for the kill. I doubt it now, actually, though. They are just looking to go for the throat in bot lane, it seems. Which is a fine tactic. But yeah, another thing I want to say about episode 10. Usually, and this is the final point I want to talk about today, it's been a kind of an impact talking episode about all different topics, is how placements work, because usually I dub episode 10 the salt episode. The reason for it is people get very salty about what rating I get. Whatever. And we'll kill him and just walk away. Okay, we got double. I might live. I think I'm fine. Oh, that was so close. Well played. Good E by Caitlyn. Alright, we got a double kill. Riven is now getting outscaled, which is unfortunate. Nasus actually took the tower and then killed her. That's actually a little bit worrying. But let's talk about how placements work, because again, I normally dub episode 10 the salt episode, because the comment section go, how did you get that rating? Usually. I've done this series now 2 times. This is the 3rd time doing it. And both episodes 10, if you go back and look at the comment section, it is all, how did you get that rating? I don't understand. I got this rating, blah, blah, blah. Placement games work in a very weird way, but if you understand them, it's fairly basic. So the thing to say about placement games is, on a fresh account, well, one thing to say, if you're on an account that has played ranked in the past, in a previous season, that rating that you get is taken into account. So if you get bronze in a season and then you do ranked in the next season, you're probably going to get bronze because you were bronze last season. Usually you go down in rating from your previous rank. On a fresh account, you start around silver 3. That is roughly the rating that you start doing your placement games in. Then for every game you win, you go up. Every game you lose, you go down a little bit. You go up more than you go down because Riot do want you to go up. They don't want everybody to start pretty low. Shaco's in trouble being there. Okay, Aurelion Sol literally just walked into the... I should do quite a lot of damage to him. Yeah, I'd blow him up. He's got no MR. Could do... Yeah, they should just do that. But yeah, so... Every single time you win. So say my first match in this placement series, which was episode 1, it was silver 3 and I won that game. Then I go to silver 2 maybe. And then the next game I win that, I go to silver 1. Then the next game I win that, I go to gold. That's how it kind of works roughly. It's not like that, but in layman's terms, that's how it works. And I just want to explain it the easiest way as possible. I think, okay, let's predict it right now. Obviously, I'm not a seer, I'm not a fortune teller. I can't tell the future. I'm going to predict that if we win this game, which is looking likely, I'm going to predict that we get gold 4, roughly. That could go gold 3, that could be gold 4, that could be gold 5. I'm thinking in that area, though. That's a free kill if they hit the E. I don't have my wall anymore, which is like my pure counter to Katarina, because like as I said, it's a lot easier to hit that straight away than the Q, because the Q is really slow. Riven actually mucked up her Q then. I'm just trying to kill them. Oh, okay, good stun. Well played, Vayne. This Vayne is pretty good. So we got 1 kill on Bard. I'm again. If I wasn't I could have done so much more. Leona might die. The Shaco might be able to clean a little bit. We'll see. But yeah, Shakos tend to split push quite a lot. Maybe. He needs to be very picky choosy. Okay, he's going on the Nasus. That should be... Okay, he actually had to use Ignite for that low health Nasus. She should be okay. Yeah, she survived with 10. And now he should be able to kill Caitlyn. It depends how much... Okay, he's not going for a zoom. Probably a smart decision. In theory, I actually should have probably gone over straight to the mid tower, but... whatever. Look at that mana usage, though. Like, Anivia uses so much mana. Alright, so Caitlyn's going bot lane. Care about the throw, guys? I think that was an okay situation, to be honest. Caitlyn did get quite a bit from that fight, but I think it's okay. Aurelion Sol's here. I'm going to cut him off here. Because he's either going to go top lane, or he's going to come back into his jungle. Why did there have to be the Dragon Spirit? That sucks. That completely just stops me of what I was going to do. Throw out the Q randomly. It's always good to throw Qs from blind spots, because you just could randomly catch somebody out. Let's max Q now. So we've got now max E and max Q. A lot of damage going to be coming out of me as Anivia. And we can go for the dragon. We've already got one. They haven't got one yet. But the game's going okay. Could be better, honestly, but could be worse. That was risky. I know their jungler wasn't around, so there wasn't a much risk of stealing, but we did miss that smite. Also, we could do Baron really quick with this comp. Obviously, having a... That was actually a pretty good wall. Wait, did Leona... Okay, I thought Leona used stun looking at her animation. Like... Ooh. Throw the Q just on the Leona, just to see if the Katarina will go straight on her. We don't know where Nasus is. Shaco is very much like overextended into their territory. Uh-oh. Okay, got straight away the stun. I'm in egg. Protect me. Okay, cool. We good. That was actually well played by me. Not to big myself up, but I played that quite well. I got the stun straight on Katarina when she ulted. I did a lot of damage, killed the Aurelion Sol, I think. So yeah, that was pretty good. But that's what Anivia can do. You know, that's not just me, that's the champion. Not more of it than the champion, because you bait out a lot of damage on yourself and then you egg. It's like Zac. You're like, hey, I did that damage. Let me live, please. Pretty good technique for solo queue, especially, because solo queue... You don't need blue as a Shaco. But anyway, solo queue is a very good, if you are good at baiting out people's damage, it's a good way to win, because you force the engage. Even if you're a mid laner, you force the engage if your support isn't going to go in, and then your team will then eventually come in if they see you go in. It's just a good thing to do. If you're a player that likes to lead the charge in a game, then I'd recommend picking up like Anivia in mid lane if you are a mid laner. Anyway, we've got Leandries next. The reason for going Leandries is when I saw the Nasus getting a little bit strong and having the upper hand on our Riven, it got me a little bit worried. So I was like, okay, I'll build an item that counters him so I can kill a tank. Also, I think Shaco either overstayed or got greedy to try go for the kill on Aurelion Sol, and he actually ended up dying, which is a bit worrying. Like, I'm not really scared of this Aurelion Sol, I'll be completely honest. But yeah. Like, he's there when he doesn't need to be. Like our Shaco, you know. Sometimes it's just a bit of a question of why are you there right now? What benefit does that give you? Like, he was trying to ward here, I guess. Maybe go for the red buff after, but that's not going to happen. So we're going to rotate top lane. If we kill the Nasus and Shaco comes alive, and which he is, potentially could go for the Baron. We, again, do Baron extremely quickly. Nasus is going to see if he can take down anybody. Nope. But he did do a considerable amount of damage onto the Riven. I'm going to just stay here because this is most likely a spot people are going to walk to any second. Okay, I don't think the enemy know that I'm here. Bard might come. Try to get that. I try to trap her. Sometimes that trap can work really well. Other times they just kind of walk away and go, no. It's kind of what this situation. I don't want to walk that way. I want to go to top lane, get the tier 2 with my Vayne, protect her a little bit. That is a crazy Leona, but she just did half health of a Bard by herself. That wall. That was a really bad wall. My apologies. I need to rotate around. Good stun. Well played, Leona. She enabled me to get the double stun myself. Alright. Ooh, goodbye. Or not. I actually thought he was going to die, but he didn't. Bam. Oh, how did that wall? Ah, a bit rusty on Anivia. Anyway, bottle tower's gone down, Riven is down there. We've got a nice split going off. And this is where I'd say a split push actually works. This is where a split push, it's so hard to deal with because we've got strength like all over the map. So yeah. Okay, that's not good. That's their tank. Cool. I can't get that trap off today. Uh-oh. Don't do it, Aurelion Soul. Don't do it. He's looking for me. He's looking. I'm running. We're just going to have an Aurelion Soul flying over my head any second and go, hello. Wait, did she take blue? Why you take blue on a ribbon? What the hell? Weird. Anyway, we're going to move to the death cap. 40% CDR. Yeah, but you don't have mana. That's what it's for. Frustration, frustration, frustration. I'm 705 like the blue. Oh well. Well, Riven players, right? I think everybody, no matter the rating, it's universal. There are just some things that stay the same. We could go Nash. I'd like to get this. Like, it's pretty low already before we do it, but we don't have to, I guess. Go away. Alright, well, with me with blue buff, we could do Nash really easily because I just keep my R up. Is he getting caught or is he going to kill? Let's see. He's going to die. He's just playing a little bit too much like a Shaco player right now. Be with his team. That's all he needs to do to win the game. And he's just being a Shaco player. That's just split pushing, trying to get solo kills when he can't. His time of the game has pretty much expired in terms of what he can do. Ooh. Let's do it! They might come here. Oh, I feel sorry. Yeesh. That looked painful. Damn it! Not once this game I can get that off. It's getting really frustrating at this point. And I'm gonna go get this. Me at Baron. I meant to go meet me, not... Oh, no. What did I try to say there? I don't even know. I don't think I tried to say meet me. Whoa. Wait, whoa. What? How? That was either the best prediction stun I have ever seen or some type of Counter-Strike Go wall hack. Like, what? She like exactly knew when to stun and we had zero vision. I am really confused right now. How? Alright, part of Team Dignitas, let's throw it Baron, baby. Okay, I don't want to ultimate anymore. I want to save the mana. Let's do that. Because, you know, you shall not pass. Oh, Bessie. Probably shouldn't go anymore. Does he have Riley yet? He's building it now. Riley, by the way, is the most OP item on Aurelion Soul ever. Because if you keep hitting your spears, you continuously slow people. It's insane. My walls are not going well this game. I can't get somebody just trapped on the other side. I haven't been able to do it like at all this whole game, which really sucks. Anyway, keep pushing. I've got a lot of gold. We're okay. Okay, cool. Let's also buy one of these in a second. They should be careful, please. They have got a maybe, but be very careful. Like, they're missing the really fed one on their team. Okay, we'll see how it goes. Okay, it's going well. They don't... 3v5. Okay, here we go. Okay, Aurelion Soul is I would say... Oh, might be Penta. Might be Penta. Here we go. Penta. Here we go. Don't steal it, Shaco. Don't be a scumbag. And he did. Standard Shaco player. Why take it? You know, Penta's a nice thing. They're quite rare, and he literally just smited it. Just give your team, especially if it's a teammate, give your teammate the Penta. If it's an enemy team, yeah, run away. Screw that. Don't give them the Penta. But if it's on your team, give them the Penta. Don't be that type of guy. It's just stereotypical Shaco. But anyway, we're at the closing stage of the game. We went 905, 206 CS. And now we get to see what rating we ended up with. I'm actually pretty excited, usually am. And this is where, for me, the series Unranked to Diamond actually starts. I hate placement games. They're really stressful. So I'm ready for it. Okay, so again, we win the game, so I'm going to predict somewhere around gold 4. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If we end up lower, then that's completely fine. And I'm going to swap over to this screen already, just so to prepare ourselves. Here we go. I'm going to close my eyes, because usually I see it a second before you guys. Troll me. I got a chest. And now. Alright, we ended up in gold 5. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I said gold 4. Gold 5, so that means we don't need to do any promo series to gold or anything. So I'm happy with that. 8 and 2. I predicted 8 and 2. I did predict gold 4. Gold 5 is fine. So that's going to be the 10 first games of the series. I will say again, please don't be salty in the comments below. There is a specific system of how this all works. It is calculated. It is legit. And it is because I went 8 and 2 and I went on a win streak, which increases your MMI even more. But anyway, we went 905. We got 13.1k gold, the third most actually in our team. The Ribbon got ahead by me by a bit by last hitting really well. We got a solid S. We did earn a chest from that, and then damage done. We did the second most after our Ribbon. So pretty good episode 10. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. So thank you very much for watching. Please like the video if you like it. Trust me, likes do really help. It grows the channel quite a bit. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.